I want to talk about crafting your personal comeback. We all need a comeback. No matter who you are, no matter where you're at, no matter where you've been, you are going to need a comeback at some point. You see, all legends, all heroes, they have the ability, the resilience to bounce back. Setbacks are going to come into your life. Setbacks are going to happen. The heroes, the legends, the ones who begin to find success, the ones who begin to get to the level that they're wanting to be, they're the ones who begin to learn how to overcome those setbacks, and you let those setbacks bring them the comeback. So let me give you 5 just principles real quick, talking about your personal comeback. The very first thing that you're going to need to do is recognize that setbacks are normal, just like I said. They're normal and they cannot be escaped. It's going to be part of life. So when it happens, don't become so frustrated and so fixed on the problem and the setback that you don't begin to look for the solutions. You see, there are always going to be a solution. There's always going to be a way forward. This failure in this moment is not final. It's not forever. This failure in this moment is just setting up your future comeback. So here's what we have to do. We have to acknowledge that they're just part of life. Number 2, we need to learn from the past. Remember what I've said before. Experience doesn't mean that I've learned. I have to make sure that I evaluate the experiences so that I can learn from the experience. So it's an evaluated experience that actually gives me the ability to learn, to profit, to grow, to rise above the setback. Number 3, this is one of my favorite. If you're going to have your comeback, if you're going to begin to truly grow and to go forward, you're going to have to determine your purpose. You see, many of us know what we've been doing for all these years. Many of us know just how we've gotten along. We even know the jobs that we do. But most of us don't understand our calling, our mission in life. Most of us have never even spent the time to focus through our purpose. And one of the greatest things that you can do is in the setback, as you've had the setback, is to stop, to pause, to reflect, and begin to figure out who you are. What is the purpose? What is your why that causes you out, that causes you to want to go forward? You see, in the setback, it can also be a way in which when you redefine your purpose and you get really clear on your purpose, maybe what will happen is this, is you embrace a new direction. The setback might be a way in which you get your car back into alignment. Every car gets out of alignment for driving it a little while. And sometimes in life, what we need is we need the setback to bring us back into alignment with our purpose, or maybe to connect with our purpose for the first time. And as we do, we begin to embrace this new direction and say, okay, I've got a new purpose. I know where I want to go. And now that we know where we want to go, we begin to get on that path, begin to get on that road to get to that new destination. So we embrace it. You see, small actions repeated over time compound into a massive result. What we have to do is we begin to become disciplined in this new direction, the new habits, the new ways of thinking, the new way in which we now begin to say, I live my life. Maybe it's a new morning routine. Maybe it's the getting up in the evenings. Maybe it's the new way of thinking. But we embrace it. And then the last thing for your comeback, this is one of the most crucial things you might have to do, is you might need to get a new friend group. I know a lot of times we don't want to talk about it, but here's what we know. The people that are around you are a picture of where you're going to be in the next 5 years. So if you don't like where they're headed, then maybe what you need is a new friend group to help you get out of this situation you're in, this setback. It might require that you get a new friend group. You're going, hey, Heath, you know what? I don't know anybody else. I don't even know somebody who can help me move into a new realm. Here's what I would say. One of the greatest things you can do is you can go get a book. Download a new audio. Just having a new mentor, a new voice. There are so many different podcasts anymore. There's so many different free resources. You can always go to the library, check out a new book. But you need to start creating a new group. This will allow you to take the setback and really begin to multiply your comeback.